Look, today I'm gonna talk about some self-worth. Self-worth in the sense of you know who the fuck you are, right? Not self-worth. We'll talk about both of them. Fuck it. The first self-worth is loving yourself, right? You know who you are and what you deserve in life, good relationships, happiness, good boss, whatever. I think that's very important because without it, you start to doubt who you are, what you deserve, the people you keep around you, and those things are vital into your success. If you think that you have if you value yourself real low, right? You're a piece of shit, no one likes you, you're a fucking drug addict, whatever the fuck, right? You put yourself on this low ass pedestal, then you'll expect low things, right? You won't expect a good relationship, good jobs, you think everyone treats you like shit, and then you'll do those things to other people. You'll be like, well, fuck it, I'm a piece of shit, I'm gonna steal, I'm gonna fucking rob, I'm gonna fucking beat people up, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want, right? That's a natural fucking outlook of fucking life. So, if you are down here, right, if you're on the low fucking pedestal, the first thing you gotta do is realize that nobody gives a fuck about you, okay? And I don't mean like no one cares. I mean no one gives a fuck about you, so their judgment of you shouldn't mean a fucking thing, right? That's how I see it. 99.9% of the fucking people on this fucking planet, and even more than that, because there's 7 billion motherfuckers. 99.9999999% of the people walking today do not give a fuck about you. Therefore, their judgment should not hold so much fucking ground over you. Once you realize that, and I mean truly realize that, I don't mean think about it and, oh, no one cares and I'm no one and no, I'm nobody. If you have that mindset, then you're still have the low self-worth, right? You want to fucking get your self-worth higher. So once you realize that people's judgment of you doesn't mean a fucking thing, you go further, right? The only judgment that really matters is your own. I'm not saying judge other people, but I'm saying judge yourself. Put yourself in the play of where you want to be in life. Now, some of you will be pieces of shit. I mean, that's just the way the fucking world is. Some of you will not see this video and be like, oh, that's very fucking enlightening, I'm gonna go do that. Some of you will just be like, oh, that's fucking stupid. I'm gonna keep being a fucking dope fiend, drug addict, rapist, killer, motherfucker. Fine, go ahead, right? People invest in the prison system, people get rich off of you. Then the other fucking few of you will realize that having self-worth is detrimental to your success. You'll change your outlook. You'll realize that having this high self-worth is going to affect your children, is going to affect your success, going to affect your relationships, going to affect everything around you. And it will. You'll be fucking right. And once you realize that you are right, there will be no need to ever go back down there. You know what I mean? You'll never second guess yourself again. You'll never look at things and be like, oh, I'm a piece of shit. You'll never do that shit again. You'll be like, oh, you know what? I used to be like that, so I'm gonna fucking bust moves and make sure shit goes down. Now, let's talk about the other self-worth. Self-worth in the sense of valuing the things that you do for money, right? So if you're a graphic designer, and you make fucking logos and designs, t-shirt designs and shit like that for people, and you charge $50 for a logo, right? Or cheap fucking work, real fast work, 50 bones, you make your fucking money, but you're really good, right? You're underselling yourself. You could be making way more money doing the same amount of work. I know graphic artists who are not that great, and they charge $200 a fucking logo for a t-shirt because they understand that you are going to sell those t-shirts and make way more money than the $200 that they're charging you. So they understand the business, they understand their worth. They may be overcharging, right? So you got two extremes, one overcharging, one undercharging, but everybody wants to be this guy overcharging because you're making more fucking money. Well, on the back end of that, eventually someone like me will see through this guy's bullshit and stop using him. They'll, talk to him, $200, let me see some of your work. Look at his work, it'll be trash, and then the conversation will be over. And then we'll go back to this guy who's worth $50 and give him $1,000 worth of fucking work, right? And this guy could have made, $5,000 off this $1,000 worth of fucking work, but it is what it is. Eventually this guy will realize, man, people like what I do, I should raise the price. Because if you are in high demand, you should be raising your price. Understand that with everything you do. If you are a barber and nobody wants to go to anyone else in the fucking barbershop and they only want to come to you, well then you need to up your fucking price. Just because that's the way it goes down, dude. Whether it be $5 or $10 fucking dollars, just raise your price a little bit, because high demand means a high price. And now, if you don't make any fucking money, okay, I would like to let's call this the fucking bottom of the barrel. If you don't make any money doing what you do, and you think that you're great at it, right? I know people who do this shit on a regular basis. Sorry if you hear some squeaks, I'm sitting on a fucking ball over here. They value their worth at some weird fucking stupid insane amount, but they make no money. They don't do any work. So no one's calling them. No one's saying, hey, can you paint me this picture? Hey, can you fucking do this logo? Can you cut my hair? Can you wash my car? No one's saying that to them. Therefore, their value, technical value is zero. If your technical value is fucking zero, then you need to go back to the drawing board and adjust where the fuck you are in life. Because obviously someone is not going to, you could be this guy, okay? You could be this guy that was over here who was overcharging for mediocrity. Now you are making zero. And people will, they just don't want to fuck with you. You could be that guy. You could be the guy that undercharged and then saw you were in high demand, so you just hit them over the fucking head. Now no one's going to you. Now you have a fucking big old zero again. Either way, you have to go back to the fucking drawing board and say, where did I go wrong? At what point was I making money? Start from there, and then go to the next step that you did, whether it be raise your price or do shittier work or get irrelevant. All those things have a factor in what you do. If all you're good at is a fucking jerry curl and you're a barber and you were the best barber in the fucking 80s and 90s, well, that shit's out of style, bro. You need to fucking get to the times. That's what I mean by irrelevancy. Same with logos and design, graphic designing. You could be out of the time there. Some people may say, I want this, but we don't know what the fuck we want. When we go to a graphic designer, we don't know what the fuck we want. We want you to tell us. This is what I do all the time with logos. I'm making free logos right now just for people, just to see if I fucking could. I'm not a graphic designer. I'm fucking trash. But I have the gist of what a logo needs to be and what people want. And this just comes from talking to them. Basic conversations. And when I fucking see their basic conversations, I just tell them shit. Like, for example, I had a logo made for a masseuse, and I put luxury massage underneath her business name and all that shit. And she said, you know what? Don't put that. It's not a luxury massage. It's a corporate chair massage. I don't know what the fuck that is, but I know for a fact luxury massage sounds way better. It's shorter and it's fucking just sounds like it's gonna be dope. And plus, any massage you receive is a fucking luxury massage. We don't just get fucking massages on a regular basis. It's a luxury fucking item. So I told her that. She was like, you know what? Just keep it. You're right. That's just something that I knew, right? As a consumer, as a fucking marketer, I understood that. Told her the information. She said, okay. I told her what she should have, right? Same with the fucking barber. When we go in, some people love to have the same haircut. That's cool. But then there are some people that go in and sit in your chair and they're like, man, I don't know what the fuck I want. And you could tell them, hey, look, I seen this haircut. It might look dope on you. You pull out a picture on your phone, show them. They love it. You cut their fucking hair. Boom. And you charge them fucking an extra $10 for doing for basically consulting or some shit. I don't know what the fuck. You could do any of these things because it brings up your worth, right? So, I mean, I love to just use all kinds of different industries. But if you have some sort of fucking idea that, you know, in the industry that I'm not talking about, drop a fucking comment and let me know, and I'll respond, dude. Like, I want everyone's shit to grow, and I'm just giving you my ideas. They could be trash. I could tell them to you. You may be like, that fucking sucks. Or you may know way more in the industry to realize that it won't work. I'm just giving you ideas. Once we get to a fucking point where I can I'm going to open up a podcast on Anchor. Once we get to that point, I'll be able to interact with motherfuckers via Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, probably be Snapchat. And we'll, you know, make this fucking shit grow. You guys make sure to follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. I don't have a fucking Twitter. I think that shit's super weak. But, you know, I might have to get one. So right now, self-worth, take that shit to heart. You could be the guy making a big old fucking goose egg. You need to go back to the drawing board, see what the fuck's up with your plan, your business plan. Or you could be the guy undercharging, right? You could be making way more, but you're undercharging. You could be the guy overcharging, so you're not getting as much work for your mediocrity because you're irrelevant and you're not good at what you do. In the discussion. I don't give a fuck how you feel about that. Just because you're making a lot of money doesn't mean you're good at what you do. It just could be you know the business better. And that's okay, but eventually you'll be fucking irrelevant in the game, in the industry. And once you hit that fucking point, it's gonna be very hard to come back. You know what I mean? You gotta stay relevant. You gotta look at what's going down in the logo in fashion industry or in the barbershop or whatever the fucking industry that you're in. You gotta be on top of shit, because if you don't, and if you are not, you will become irrelevant, and that shit is super fucking hard to get back. Know your self-worth, right? If you're at the fucking lowest part of the totem pole, and you want to get to the high part, first you got to remember that the judgment of other people doesn't mean a fucking thing about you, because they don't really give a shit. So take that as it is, cry about it, or do something about it. But know your self-worth on both aspects. How much you should be getting paid, and how much you should be loving yourself. And if you're a piece of shit, fuck you.